All right, so welcome to VIR with track days, day one. We just already have done the first session and the classroom session for the day. And as you can see, not the best of weather, so not gonna push anything hard, not gonna challenge any braking zones. So yeah, we'll just work on improving. I'm not gonna throw the GoPros on the car for the second session. Hopefully for the third or last session, we'll have better weather, and then I'll actually throw the GoPros on and hopefully be able to put something together for a lap. Otherwise, a lot of practice, a lot of errant noises to distract videos as well. First session, ended up doing a 23, and again, not pushing anything at all. It rained earlier this morning, so just trying to feel the car out, feel myself out, and feel what the grip is. so I'm a bad YouTuber because I've stopped filming a whole bunch of stuff. Second session is done. In about 45 minutes, we go out for session 3. And the weather's holding, so it looks like it's gonna be good. I'm gonna drop the tire pressure a little bit more and try to focus on the Oak Tree turn 11-12 complex. That's where I think I can have a whole bunch of time save. And we'll see how track feels. End of last session, it was a bit greasy, so we'll see how many good laps we get. We'll see. All right, so one thing you definitely don't get at CMP is this elevation, this greenery, the hill. It is gorgeous out here. It is really, really gorgeous up here at VIR. I'm over at, I guess, Gate 4, over by the Patriot course. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's just beautiful. All right, so more of the editing Jordan side of things. Session 3 and session 4, they weren't faster, they weren't improvements. I did take a beginner person out, and I did take an instructor out for a couple laps. And then when I was out with the instructor, I got shown the meatball, so the black flag with the orange circle, meaning there's a mechanical problem or something's hanging off my car. Yep, the air dam on the Corvette, which helps direct air into the radiator, that got torn from use, basically. So that's what got me black flagged. Came in, just called it a day at that point. Then I just went ahead and went back to the hotel. All right, so here in the hotel, end of day 1. I really have to stop wearing these V-neck shirts when I go to the racetrack and just have all the sun. But so it is. Yeah. Show you some of the fun that I noticed a little bit later, or earlier in the day, but later in the sessions. And yeah, it was fun. This guy is what I was wanting to have on the door, looking at my driver's front wheel. But when I got to the track and trying to record, fantastic. Tried to format the card, didn't work. 128 gig card, just trash. So all it took was another memory card, and now this camera works. Anyways, we can get the whole thing. Oh God, focus. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get the 2 GoPros that I use plugged back in, get them charged up, ready for the day. And after they're charged, I'm showering, and I'm laying on a bed, and I'm gonna sleep well tonight. So yeah, we'll catch you in the morning. All right, welcome to day 2 here at Track Days at VIR. It's about 8:20, so 10 minutes till the first group goes out. So now everyone's warming their cars up. And because I wasn't thinking, now I have to have audio with all the cars in the background. Anyways, it's a fairly cool morning. It's gonna get much hotter as the day goes on. So we get a little bit more greasy. So my best chance at having a decent time is gonna be in this morning session. That being said, everyone else is gonna be pushing harder this morning. The main focuses on today are trail braking into turn 1, turning in and holding off on power a little bit longer on turn 10, trail braking and using all the track at Oak Tree, and trying to keep my braking pressure I guess constant going into turn 13 on the back straight braking zone. So hopefully I can do those. I should be braking at the 3, and I know I kind of coast off a bit, but we'll see where things are able to go today. Anyways, we'll come back on once starting grid up for my session in about an hour. right, so after that first session, didn't have too much traffic, didn't have really any usable excuses. Ran another 220, a little bit lower 220 than previously, but yeah, still not able to carry enough speed into Oak Tree, still not trail braking into 1, and still braking early and coasting a fair bit on the back straight going into turn 13. The areas that I wanted to work on and improve and link them together, I didn't. So unfortunate, but that's confidence, that's experience, and I lack both. Let's go ahead and get into session 2. So coming up the uphill S's, in my rear view mirror, I already saw that there was a Camaro and a C8 coming up on me pretty fast, high closing speed. So I'm gonna stay track right here and give 1 point by to the Camaro. There he comes around, and I started to come back online, and at the very last minute saw this Corvette. I only gave 1 point by. 2 cars went by on the outside when I was wanting to come back to the outside. Could have been bad, but the driver did leave plenty of speed, and I was very frustrated and not in the right mental space, so I just immediately let those other 2 cars by me. Hopefully I'm able to hide from some of the noise inside a new friend's trailer. Doesn't sound like I am, but yeah, so we just finished the second session for intermediate run group. I was really trying to focus on trail braking into 1, as well as trying to carry more speed into the top of the roller coaster, which I've been overslowing a whole bunch, as well as coming into turn 11. The bad. Early in the session, I think probably lap 2 or 3, that's when I was slowing down a little bit. I saw 2 cars, a black C8 as well as a C7, chasing up the uphill S's, had a whole lot more closing speed than I did. So after turn 10, I stayed track right, pointed by the C7, and as I was starting to come back online, setting myself up for turn 11, that's when the C8 also went by without a point by. So if I had tried to get online more aggressively to actually set myself up for the turn, then yeah, we would make contact. So not great. That kept me flustered for a bit. Then went off in turn 1, trying to trail brake a little bit much, carried a little bit too much speed, and didn't have the ability to get it through. And then tires felt a little bit greasy going into 3 a couple laps later. So yeah, called the session short. Wanted to come in, get my head back in the game, and I'm gonna try to find the guy with the C8Z and talk to him, see if he thought that the point by was for him and the guy in front of him. Not really sure what's going on there, but I'm gonna go try to find him now. All right, so down here in the shade between turn 3 and turn 4, just finished lunch. Did find and spoke to the guy driving the C8Z. Basically, he saw the point by when he was cresting the hill, exiting turn 10 before coming down the hill. His buddy that he was chasing was in the valley between turn 10 and 11, who I gave the point by to. So he didn't see another car in front of him, and so when I let the Camaro by, he thought the point by that he saw was for him, way back from where he saw it. I'm already in the braking zone and trying to come back across the track to get myself in position for turn 11. And yeah, I'm sure the GoPro will show how close it actually was, but I was not expecting him to be there and come around the outside, dive bombing in. So his car's fast. He's a faster driver than me, both. But nonetheless, still wasn't expecting him to be there. Anyways, both cars are fine. No contact did happen, so we get to chat about it, debrief about it, and move on with our day. So I'll be going out probably another hour and a half for the third session. Definitely was a bit greasy on the last session, and me trying to trail brake where I needed to. Still need work, obviously, since I went off. Anyways, we'll jump back in, coming on grid for session 3. All right, and that's the end of session 3. I'm not gonna go out on the open track later today. Tires just continue to feel greasy. Confidence isn't there because of the grease feeling, and I already have oil temp issues, so I'm not damage the car, not make some stupid mistake. So I'm gonna call it there. Get the car loaded back up. Might go for a ride with someone in the open track, but yeah, I'm done driving for the day. We'll catch up and finish this outro at home. See you there. All right, so just got back here to the house. Started to rain as I was pulling up the driveway, but so it goes. Yeah, so event wrap up, right? So had a goal of getting more confidence. I don't think I really did. I'm much more confident to run a 220, but not confident to run a 218. Multitude of different factors on why. The biggest being like my risk profile is pretty low right now. So if I feel the track's a little bit greasy, or I'm a little bit unsure on if I'm able to get the car slowed down enough, then I'm not going to carry more speed into that turn. That's the simplest way to put it. I can make as many excuses as I want, but yeah, that's what it is. So what are my takeaways away from this track event? I probably need someone in the car to help coach, to give me that extra level of confidence that I can brake there instead of that, or I can carry a little bit more speed there, or a little more speed there, or whatever it might be. So I definitely think that's going to be in the cards for the next event that I go to. What next needs to be done to the car? Yeah, so harmonic balancer definitely needs to be done. It's walking, not a lot. There is some run out, and peace of mind is going to be well worth the $450 it costs for that. So that needs to be done even for a spirited street driving. Oil cooler, that's my second one. So I know I mentioned it a whole bunch while I was at the track, but if I'm doing half of my outlap in some upper RPMs, I get 2 laps until I start getting into the elevated oil temps. Elevated meaning 265 or above. So all that's doing is heat soaking the motor. The oil is starting to become thinner and breaking down. Even if you get upper level oil, it's not meant to be run at that temperature. So I absolutely need an oil cooler. And then the last thing, which I'm pretty sure this is going to solve a noise, but it's not really a problem, is my rear sway bar bushing or mounts, where it mounts to the, so I have my 2 end links on either side. Then on the actual cradle, I have 2 rubber bushings basically, that hold the sway bar in place. I think I need to replace and or grease those, because that's where it sounds like a lot of my rear end noise is coming from, especially on the street. If you hit the road's a little bit more cambered in one spot, I can hear one side of the car making more noise. We're going over something together, I can hear it from both sides. So that's my guess. It's a heck of a lot easier to replace that than it is to change a whole diff mount. So that's what I'm gonna do. anyways, all in all, it was a good Thursday, Friday. It always is more fun to be at the track than at work. And this event was actually during the week, so it makes that statement even more so. Met some good people. Shout out to Amir, Josh, and Dave. They're the three people that pitted or gridded up and pitted near. Chatted with them a whole bunch. Amir was actually the one that was in the car with me when I got black flagged for something wrong with my car, which was just my air dam that fell off, or that was about to fall off. But yeah, it was a great time. I enjoyed it. I wish I would have had the confidence to run faster, especially because I was a silly internet person and I called out people for a lap time challenge. So best of luck to you, Ryan. I'm not sure when this video is going to come out, but I think you got me. I think you'll get me at Hyperfest. So best of luck to you, and we'll see you guys in the next video.